What's up, everybody? So right now I have something to unbox. The intro Battle Hoth starter. What is it right here? And the bottom it says new player game. This set is for people who don't know how to play Star Wars Unlimited. If you want to learn how to play Star Wars Unlimited, this is a good place to start. You're going to learn how to play the game in a simple, easy way with two decks that come in this box. But if you don't know where to start, you don't know, you like Star Wars, trading card game seems a little bit daunting, start here. This could be a good way to learn not only how to play a trading card game, but also Star Wars Unlimited. So let's unbox this bad boy just to see what content's coming here. I used to unbox a lot of board games actually in my other channel, but since this channel doesn't really do board games itself, we only do trading cards here. So I've only been unboxing like trading card games most of my time for a year. But this is kind of like a board game because it does come with a board. So let's open this up. Intro Battle Hoth. So we have essentially like a board. You can see the texture there. It is textured just like a board game, and it's going to fold out just like a board game. And let's see how big this thing is. It might not even fit here on frame actually. Oh no, it won't. It's actually bigger than what I thought, but we'll open it up. Oh, it's hitting my microphone. Yeah, it's big. We do have this big board here, and essentially you have two sides. You have the light side, which is Leia, then you have your dark side, which is Vader, right down here. Right in the middle, you're going to be playing your base, your leader, space arena, ground arena. You're going to put your decks here on the different areas, and it's laid out just like you're going to play on the mat for Star Wars Unlimited, but it's going to teach you everything about your leader, your cards, your deck, everything you need to know right on this board. It's a great guide to have. So if you want to get into the game, you don't know where to start here with this little board. All right, let's try to fold it up again. Then you have this right here. Stop, scan now, watch the learn to play video. We'll see what that video entails. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to scan it just to see what it involves. And back here you have the deck list for both Leia and the Vader decks, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. And you can use this in your other decks as well. It's going to be legal when this set comes out, Secrets of Power. You'll be able to use these cards in those decks going forward. That's nice to have a little deck list there, because this deck list, I think it's 30 decks, 30 cards, I'm not sure. Well, either way, let's keep going. Here we have this other sheet here, which it's freaking bent. It's all creased up. That's not cool. Why is my instruction manual creased up like crazy? Explain that to me. Okay, well, thanks for that. Thanks for the creased up instruction manual. I like having my stuff neat, pristine, not creased. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Can't control it, right? Can't control other people and giving me a creased brochure, but there you go. It gives you a little instructions on how to play. If you're a new person and you get this creased up manual, it's like, what the heck? It's messed up. Yeah, sorry. I know I keep ranting about it, but that's annoying. That is annoying to me. Either way, okay, so action phase, play a card, attack with a unit. So you get a good detailed explanation on how to play Star Wars Unlimited. All right, let's see what else is creased in this box. You get all your tokens. Obviously, if you're a new player, you don't have any tokens, so you do have tokens. Then you do have your two decks, which tell you do not shuffle. Deck A, Deck B. So it'll be Leia and Vader. So right off the bat, I definitely would have liked if this had deck boxes. Deck boxes would have been a great way to store these decks away, because I'm assuming you're going to put them in here right when you're done. Okay, well, if you don't know, the Pokemon battle decks, or the Pokemon battle arenas, do come with deck boxes where you can just put away the decks that you that you actually have built. I'll show you. So this is a Battle Academy Pokemon. Learn how to play Pokemon. If you don't know how to play Pokemon, you get this. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because if you look at the actual decks that come with it, they come with deck boxes. See? Who cares about the insert? I know that costs extra money, but at least give a deck box for your 2 decks. This is not a deck that comes with it, just to let you know, but this is the decks that come with the Battle Academy. So something like that would have been nice for the Star Wars Unlimited thing here. Alright, so let's open up these decks. Deck A first. Do not shuffle. Your deck has been set up in a specific order to follow along with the tutorial game in the Learn to Play video. If the cards get out of order, you can put them back in order using the numbers in the bottom right corner. 3 goes on top of the deck, then 4, then 5, and so on. So if you flip it over, there are numbers. Yeah, you can see them down there actually. The 52 out of 104, so this will be their last card. And then your leader, your base. So yeah, number 3. Number 3 would be the first card, because this would be number 2, which was Echo Caverns, and Leia's number 1. So let's go through it here. In the back you have ability reference, and you get 2 little reference sheets, which is nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then you hear talk to us, scan the QR code, visit the link, so you have a little way to maybe do some kind of survey. All right, well, this is cool though. Actually, having reference cards is definitely helpful, and I think actually I'm going to use this pack to teach my nephews or friends that don't know this game. I would definitely use this to teach them. We have our leader, Leia Organa. Heal 1 damage from a friendly unit. You pay 1 resource for that action. On the other side, on attack, heal 1 damage from a friendly unit and 1 damage from another friendly unit. And I like that art of Leia. She looks cool with the C-3PO in the back. Wonder if they're ever going to make these in hyperspace. Who knows? That'll be cool. Then we have Echo Caverns. If you flip it, you have Echo Caverns again, but this is a 30 hit point base. This one's 20 and 30. So you'll start off with the 20. Let's go through the deck list real quick. You can find this deck list on Star Wars Unlimited, so I won't necessarily go through every card, but just to kind of go through what the deck consists of and some of the cool artwork that this deck has, because you can't not get these cards anywhere else except for in this pack. So we have Watch This with the Falcon there, Tauntaun Mount, heal 2 damage from your base, Trench Defender, which looks like a pretty cool artwork there. Remember, this is all Hoth themed, so there's going to be a lot of Hoth winter snowy type of artwork. Another R2-D2 Rebel Droid. If you control a green card or a green or command unit, exhaust an enemy ground unit that costs 4 or less. Hoth Trooper, Echo Coordinator, Chewbacca. That Chewbacca looks rough. Looks a little aggressive, eh? But he's a Sentinel. 3/6 Sentinel. It's a little bit lower statted than the other Chewie from Spark of Rebellion. Go for the legs. Exhaust an enemy ground unit. Okay. Evacuation Escort. It's a 2/2/2. That's pretty cool. Another Echo Coordinator. Han Solo. This one is a 4/6. Ray 2. So it will attack for 6. On attack, the defender gets -2 for the attack. Similar synergy to the other Han from set 1. C-3PO. Medium Transport. That's a 5/5/4. I'll cover for you. Deal 1 damage to an enemy unit and 1 damage to another enemy unit. Cool. Another Hoth Trooper. It's a 2/2/3. It's pretty typical there. General Riken or Riken. Okay. Evacuation Escort. Rogue Squadron Speeder. Our second one, I think, from... Well, Spark of Rebellion had one as well. Oh, and I think there was another one in Jump to Lightspeed. But grade 1. So it would attack for 4. It'll cost 4. Alright. Rebellion Y-Wing, which I'm loving the art on that Y-Wing. On attack, deal 1 damage to base. Millennium Falcon. It's a 7-cost Falcon though. Attacks for 5, defense for 6. When played, if your base has more damage on it than an enemy base, ready this unit. Nice. There's your bombs right there, right? The 7 cost. Improved detonation. Attack with a unit. It gets +2 for the attack. Another trench defender. Tauntaun mount. You're healing. Ion cannon. It's a 0/5. As an action, you exhaust this card. Deal 3 damage to a space unit. Pretty cool. Bright Hope. This is our second Bright Hope. This is the same thing. Sentinel. The first Bright Hope costs 4. It was a 2/6. This one costs 6, and it attacks for 4, and it's a 6 defense. So a little bit higher cost for. I prefer the other one because the other Bright Hope lets you bring a unit back to your hand. 2 cost event. I found him. Okay. Rican. Medium transport. Improved detonation. Got a Luke Skywalker. 7 costs 6/6. Interesting. Restore 2. When played, you may deal 3 damage to a ground unit. So, wow. Okay. Restore 2. Another bomb, right? When played, you may deal 3 damage to a ground unit. So, he comes in pretty strong, I think. But not as strong as Spark Luke, obviously. Go for the legs. We saw that. Rogue Squadron Speeder. Another Ion Cannon. Tauntaun. Bright Hope. Recovery. Heal 5 damage from a unit. That's a cool cool drawing there. Evacuation Escort. 2/2/2. R2-D2. Han Solo. I found them. Trench Defender. Echo Coordinator. Rebellion Y-Wing. I'll cover you. So we've seen these cards already. Alright. And Chewbacca. Alright. So it seems like you get 1 Luke. That's 1 Luke, 2 Hans. I mean, you can see the deck list right there, right? Alright. Well, that's the Leia deck. Be interesting to try it out, see how that works. So let me just put these loosely right in here. Yeah. Deck box would have been nice. Sorry. Alright, so let's look at the Vader deck. We already seen these cards here. Similar reminder cards as the other ones. Alright, so we have Vader. Darth Vader. That artwork looks nice. Action, deal 1 damage to a base. It's going to cost you 1. And then on the flip is deal 2 damage to a base. Okay. The other Vader will set 1, deal 1 to the base, 1 to a unit. Got forward command. I mean, that looks so cool. This in hyperspace would be nice. And same thing on the back, just 30 hit points. Let's go through the cards. The Desolation of Hoth. Defeat up to 2 units that each cost 3 or less. Oh man, that Blizzard Force ATST looks nice. I know I need to see that in hyperspace. It looks so cool. 5 cost, 5/4 Sentinel. I want proof, not leads. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card from your hand. First Legion Trooper. I mean, look at that. That's a Vader in the background. That looks cool. That looks cool, honestly. Imperial Deck Officer. Heal 2 damage from a villainy unit. Blizzard 1. I mean, look at that. Just the angles of that artwork just looks so nice. It's got Reno. Did he do the other one too? Yeah, he did this one too. I mean, look at... I'm sorry. Look at that art. You can tell he's very perspective heavy. Man, good job, Reno. Liking that artwork. Need to see that in hyperspace. You can find a lot of these artists on Instagram. They'll post their art there. Got a Death Squadron Star Destroyer. 7 costs 5/6. That costs a lot. But it is a Sentinel in space. Scouting Fighter. 2/2/2. Simple. This is actually better statted than the original TIE Fighter from Spark of Rebellion. You get a little bit more defense. More defense. So if you're using TIE Fighters in a deck, replace it with this. Scouting TIE Fighter. 2/2/2. It'll at least survive pings from like Darth Maul or Cad Bane, right? So yeah, that might be a switch there. Snow Trooper Vanguard, which looks pretty nice. You have failed me. Got him choking back there. That seems always it's funny. Defeat a friendly unit. If you do, ready a friendly unit of 5 or less power. Surface Assault Bomber. Alright, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm liking the Vader artwork much better than the Leia artwork. Leia deck artwork. Hoth Lieutenant. Too strong for blasters. Heal 2 damage from a unit. Lambda Shuttle. Sorry, am I off here? Lambda Shuttle. Another Blizzard Force ATST. Got General Veers. He's a 5 cost 3/6. You could deal damage and heal. Snow Trooper. Basic Snow Trooper. 1 cost 1/3. This is also probably a swap because of the 3 hit points for some decks. Like maybe the CAD, one of the CAD decks that uses a lot of 1 cost units. We're in trouble. Deal 3 damage to a unit. Admiral Ozzel. Each opponent discards a card from their hand. When defeated. Lambda's Restore 1. The E-Web Gunner. Raid 4. Okay. Interesting. Ozzel again. Scouting Fighter. Snow Trooper Vanguard. Death Squadron Star Destroyer. Surface Assault Bomber. Snow Trooper. Rampaging Wampa. 5/6/3. Interesting. The Wampa now is a 4 cost 4/4 or 3/4. I forgot what it was, but this one's a little bit more expensive. Attacks for more though. Scouting TIE Fighter. I want proof, not leads. First Legion Trooper. And we have an Avenger. Look at that art. Very dynamic. Looks nice. Deal 1 damage to each other unit when played. 8 cost 8/6. Costs a lot. Deal 2 damage to a base. That's actually like Daring Raid, but just costs you more. So this is not a good card to put in a deck. Blizzard Force, E-Web Gunner, General Veers, Ground Assault, AT-AT. It's a 5/7, 6 cost though. Too strong for blasters. Heal 2 damage from a unit. Piet, Admiral Piet. Artwork looks cool. If you control a aggressive unit, draw a card on attack. Hoth, Snow Trooper, Imperial Deck Officer. We're in trouble. I haven't seen Vader yet. Piet, Lambda, Snow Trooper Vanguard. Oh, Vader is the leader. I just blanked out there. So who's the bomb in this one? So basically, seems like the bombs in this deck would be your AT-AT. I saw the Blizzard one. I think that's one of your bombs. This one. Yeah. Anyways, it seems like these are your bombs here, like these big like units here. So let's put in our Vader deck here. Well, you know, a deck box would have been nice just to kind of keep the decks in control. I said that like 100 times already, but you know what? That's my feeling. Anyways, that is the opening of the intro Battle Hoth. If you're learning Star Wars, want to learn Star Wars, definitely something I would recommend getting. I'm going to try it out. I haven't played it yet, but I have seen when they did the one of the live streams on YouTube. So I did see them play it. Seems pretty simple, not too hard to learn. It's similar to, like I said, the Pokemon Battle Arenas. You follow the step-by-step on how to play the cards, which ones to resource and all that. So a nice way to learn. And I think after round 4 or 5, they let you figure it out on your own and do your own thing. So either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me criticize, if not give recommendations to this product. I think it's a nice way to kind of get into the game. I like the fact that there's a board. This is cool, right? I like the board. I like board games in general, so having a board is cool. Like I said, the only thing I would change is adding deck boxes for the decks. Not sure how much more that would cost, but either way, it would be a nice way to keep your decks in order. Either way, thanks for watching. We'll have more product unboxings in the future. And thank you so much. Till the next one.